This video is about seated row and really focusing on what most people consider mind-muscle connection. And I want to talk about that because when people think mind-muscle connection, a lot of times the misconception is that they think that the greater they contract is the actual mind-muscle connection, but that's really not it. That's kind of it in the general sense. Mind-muscle connection, the way I understand it, is really understanding the nuances of the movement. And in the row and any other exercise, it's really about understanding the points at which each muscle group engages, meaning that your primary movers, in this case mostly your lats, have to engage to a certain point before your secondary and tertiary muscle groups take over. You're using a lot of other muscle groups in this exercise, using your lats, you're using your teres major and minor, you're using trapezius muscles, your iliopsoas, lower back, biceps, and a lot of other stabilizing muscles in order just to complete this exercise. So it's really important that you know exactly when to isolate each muscle movement in every exercise you do. And those transition points will give you a better understanding of how to get the optimal contraction or mind-muscle connection and connectivity to each individual muscle group and when to engage them and disengage them. And first I want to talk about the idea behind the row. The row developed because originally rowing was from kayaking, canoeing, anyone that used oars to propel themselves through water. And the side effect was that, they developed large back muscles and biceps. So as the science of bodybuilding developed, they were like, well, these guys that are rowers develop these muscles, so they're utilizing these muscle groups, and we want to make those muscle groups big, so let's make a machine that emulates that movement. But we're no longer, now that we're in the bodybuilding realm, we're no longer trying to develop muscles to propel ourselves through water. We're developing muscles for either strength or for size or a combination of both. So therefore, the nature of the movement changes, and we have to do the movement for the sake of the purpose that we're doing it, not for the row. So I'm going to go over the movement really slowly so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, how to exactly isolate those muscles. And this translates into your lat pull downs, your bench press, every other muscle group in your body. It's really about making finite movements. So I'm going to put a light weight on so you can really see what I'm talking about, and then we'll go through the motions.
That guy's a personal trainer. Very, very tall.
So we're here. Now, if you notice that when I'm pulling, my lats are already fully stretched, because you'll hear a lot of times talk about full range of motion. You'll see a lot of people like really overemphasize that. It's bad form, and you start to put a lot of stress on the lower back. You really kind of want to just give yourself a nice stretch. Now, the first part of this, and you'll realize I don't engage my biceps until the very end. So the first thing I'm going to do is straighten my spine and start to engage the movement from here. This is utilizing my back. Okay, you notice my arms are not bending. So I'm going to straighten my back up, use the lats, pull them in, and watch. I keep pulling my lats, I keep pulling my lats, I keep pulling my lats. Okay, now I'm stuck. I can't use the lats anymore. But notice I'm not bending my biceps. They're still relatively straight. So now in order to get more out of my back, I'm going to bring my chest up through the space and make an arch in my back to create more back movement. So here we're going to go from here, and then we're going to raise the chest up, more back movement. Notice my arms have not engaged. My biceps are still not engaged. Now I'm at the point where I have to engage them. There's no more squeezing I can do with my traps, my lats, and the whole back is engaged. Now I'm going to use my biceps to close the distance between here and here, just to pull it in and finish that contraction. Then I repeat the action in reverse. So here, let the lats come forward, wrap back around into that stretched position. And now the lats are once again holding the weight out, and then I repeat the action. I pull from here, straighten the back up, then I start to engage the traps and the lats, pulling it to the center, bringing the chest up through the space here, arching the back, and then once I can't go any further, then the biceps engage, finishing the action. All right? And that's where you get your mind-muscle connection. It's knowing exactly which point each muscle engages through the entire exercise, and the more smooth you get with it, the more you can make it more of a fluid motion. You'll see a lot of guys in the gym just do this kind of stuff. They're mostly doing bicep work, very little back. Sometimes you'll see people like really overemphasize too much low back. You're not really isolating. You can still get the form out of it, but you're not really isolating what you need to isolate here. So once again, straighten up, chest up through the space, pull in and contract, and all the way down. The same motion, like I said, applies to all of your exercises. When you're doing your bench press, don't think just push from your arms. Think about engaging the pecs first, then pushing the arms out, then utilizing the delts and the triceps, and then in reverse, pecs. See what I'm saying? So that's how you want to go about trying to engage all of your muscle groups through your entire workouts. Thanks for watching the video. You can check out more at www.atomolson.com, AtomOlson.com, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.